Welcome to In Your Neighborhood. I'm your host, Sharla Brown, and on today's show, we are talking with the 55 Plus Center. My guests today are Twyla Biluk. She's the Support Services Coordinator, and we have Suzanne Sabaz, who's the Support Services Assistant. So welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about the 55 Plus Center and kind of what its role is here in the community.
Well, the 55 Plus Center offers many opportunities for people 55 plus. We have a lot of exercise programs, computer programming. People can go into the library and take a look around. People visit the cafe daily for their lunch from usually 11:30 till 1:30. So lots of opportunity for people to do arts and crafts and all sorts of different things.
Well, awesome. So that's really the hub for people who are 55 or older to be able to come together, gather, meet some great new friends, do some activities, maybe learn a new skill.
Yes.
Those kind of great things.
It's important for people to know too, there's no membership for the 55 Plus Center, so anybody can come in and just take a tour around the center. There's always a hostess or host that can take you around, and you can check out all the different opportunities there.
Wonderful, wonderful. And it's been in the community for a long time. So I was looking at your website, you celebrated a 25-year anniversary not that long ago. So over 25 years here in the city.
Yeah, it opened in September of 1991.
Wow, that's fabulous. So let's talk about kind of what's all involved with somebody to become a client. Let's talk about some of the support service programs that you offer.
Well, the first one we could talk about is about Friendly Visiting, which is a program for people that are 55 plus in the community that are just isolated, a bit lonesome, not able to get out much. So we provide one-to-one visiting where a volunteer can visit with a person once a week. And we usually try to match up people that are compatible, that live close by, and that pop in just for a cup of coffee, or they might participate in an activity they can't do alone. Perhaps some board games, and Scrabble is really one that they just seem to love, and card games, all that kind of thing. So it's nice for friendship and support for that person.
Absolutely, and that there's stuff that's outside of the center as well. So that's actually people going out and visiting somebody in their home that they're not able to get out.
We've had people actually that used to participate at the center, unfortunately because of their health they weren't able to do it anymore. And so it's nice we can reconnect with people and provide support for them at home.
And I think that's one of the growing things in the city as the population ages, is that more people are trying to stay in their homes, you know, longer and things like that. So it's nice to be able to have the visitors and support and company and things like that.
Yeah. We also have the Walk a Bit program, which is the same premise as the visiting, except the volunteer will go into the person's home and go for a short walk, or not always a short walk, but some people are a little bit more frail and are able to maybe go 5-10 minutes, and some people are able to increase that to even up to half an hour.
Wow.
So the volunteer accompanies them, and that's done weekly. So.
That's wonderful. And you have any other in this? There was one more, I think, program.
Yeah, there's the telephone assurance program, and that's set up where volunteers will call from either from the 55 Plus Center or from their own homes, and the volunteers will have perhaps maybe 1 or 2 clients, or some people might have even up to 10 clients. And it's just mainly to check in, see how you're doing, a friendly support over the phone.
Right. And who are these volunteers or people who are going out to do those?
Well, all our volunteers with the Friendly Visiting and the Walk a Bit programs are 18 years of age and older. And so the volunteers, we have students, we have people that are working, we have seniors themselves. So a lot of people are involved. Unfortunately, we do have a long wait list, so we are always trying to find people that might want to come on board with us. And if they decide they'd like to, they can always just give us a call at the Thunder Bay 55 Plus. They can speak to Twyla or myself, and or they can visit the city website as well. We have a volunteer application online that they can go through and fill in. And and we can get them started.
Wonderful. And I know we're talking about becoming a volunteer a little later in the show, but I thought it was just kind of interesting to mention that during that, because I'm like, hey, who is the one who goes out and actually, you know, visits and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, wide range of people.
Yeah, for sure. So how do older adults become involved with receiving services?
Well, to receive the service, you have to be 55 plus and living in your own home or apartment. We don't go into long-term care or assisted living facilities. They can either phone us directly at our office or family, friends, outside agencies, they can all refer as well to the program.
Yep. And let's talk about like some of the activities that people are coming to do, because it's a bustling place. I've been in there before for various things that's going on, and the wonderful craft show that goes on every fall and all that kind of stuff. Let's talk about some of the activities that even happen right in-house.
Well, even with our programming, we have our annual Health and Wellness Expo. So that's every April, the third Thursday, and we had 65 vendors last year.
Wow.
Yeah, and then just last weekend, we actually had our active living workshop. So we had 7 presenters, 16 exhibitors, and we had 115 people come. And the exciting thing about that is usually our programming, there's no charge. So when you come to any of our events, they're all free.
Wow.
So it helps for people that have, lower incomes and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And everything you can imagine. So like, where's kind of a full schedule of all the things that you have going on? But I know you do like cards and physical activity and pool and
everything.
Yeah.
Everything from Tai Chi to pickleball to card games. And where you can find that all listed is actually in the key. So the key comes out quarterly.
Yes.
So if you look in there, all the information is there.
Wonderful. And how about if people are coming down and they want to have a tour? Is there something that people also take with them so they know what's going on, what day, what time, so they can kind of plan their schedules and stuff too?
Yeah. We actually have volunteers that are at the front door. So anybody that comes in can ask for a tour, and they will take you around the building and show you around.
Wonderful, wonderful. So who can refer to the programs?
Actually, self-referrals we take, family, friends, outside agencies can refer. When we ask the agencies or family to keep in mind to get the consent of the person who is wanting to have that service, that's just something that we'd like for them to do before they call our office.
Right, and I would guess that that's more of the in-home programs more so than somebody's actually going and they're choosing to go to that. So that's, I guess, more of the in-home to make sure that somebody wants that telephone call or wants that person knocking on the door, right?
Very much so.
And recently, Suzanne was telling me of a doctor that actually recommended the 55 Plus Center to one of his patients, just for the recreation and for the exercise. And we have everything from low impact classes where we have even the Parkinson's group that comes. So you can imagine, the health issues that they face, and they're still coming for exercises, which is great.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I imagine just in terms of people's mental health and well-being too, in terms of having that person call that cares about you, that shows up and gets you out and moving and things like that is huge.
Well, we actually have 3 support programs as well under our umbrella of the support services program. We have our grief support group for anybody that's had any type of loss. That is held once a week. Then we also have our caregiver support group that just started in September, and we have people coming for that. So that's held monthly though. And we're starting a new group, the myeloma support group, which is starting in November as well. And for any of them, they're all drop-in. There's no fee. So you just come to the center whenever you're available to come.
Wonderful.
Basically. Yeah.
And so important to have those things because you have people who are going through the same, grief or issues at the same time, and it's nice to be able to find a friend or somebody who might understand what you're going through, right?
Definitely.
Wonderful. Well, we're going to take a quick break, but we're going to be right back with Twyla and Suzanne and talk more about the 55 Plus Center.